Next up for us, 4:25 p.m. Eastern, Kansas City Chiefs 6-1, 3-0 on the road at the Denver Broncos, 2-5, 1-3 at home, Mile High in Denver, Colorado, and it's cold. It's our first cold game of the year. 34 Fahrenheit, cloudy, 8 miles per hour. Let's get into the line history here for this one. Chiefs, Broncos. We're sitting here at 8, sitting with a +8. This opened up at +8.5, so we've had a half point move towards the Broncos. Let's get into the total here for this one. So we have a half price move towards the Broncos, and this is sitting at 46.5. This total's gone up a half point. I got off to that bad start on Sunday, and I was just beating myself up because my leans on our NFL pub up. I started with them like these are the two spots that I'm close to moving on. There was the Ravens and the Lions. I didn't move on either. I moved on the Raiders under, which got screwed late. And then I added the Chiefs under, and I got very fortunate that cashed the under 48.5. But, not being on the Broncos last week bothered me immensely. Chiefs come in off a 31-17 victory at home. Did we go over the cash flow here? I don't think we did. Let's do that here for this Broncos spot. We have 76% of the tickets and 86% of the cash on the over. We've seen it go up a half point. And we have 31% of the tickets and 70% of cash on the Broncos. Half point move here. Ron Crawford says under again, just like at Arrowhead. Chiefs coming off that 31-17 victory at home over the Chargers. They're just dominating this division. They've won it 7 straight years. They just dominated the Chargers. They put up 483 yards of offense. Mahomes 32 of 42 for 424 yards, 4 touchdowns and a pick. I mean, it's just a monster. He ran 4 times for 29 yards. Kelsey caught 12 for 179 and a touchdown. Mahomes had 321 passing yards at the half. Kelsey had 143 yards receiving at the half. Second week in a row, he's had over 100 at the half. Marquez Valdes-Scantling caught 3 for 84, but the running game wasn't very good. It didn't have to be, but it wasn't. Pacheco, 13 carries for 32 yards, caught 4 for 28 and a touchdown. But they were 6 for 11 on third down. They're third in the league converting third downs at 48.1%. They went 3 of 4 in the red zone. They're actually only 18th in the red zone scoring. Touchdowns, 54.2% of their drives. But the defense was excellent again. I mean, if this defense, if L'Jarius needs just a complete lockdown corner, who can beat this team? I mean, I can think of maybe 1 or 2 teams that can beat this team. They held the Chargers to 6 of 14 on third down. They're 10th in the league, allowing opponents to convert just 36% of third downs. They had 5 sacks, 8 quarterback hits. Held the Chargers to 1 and 2 in the red zone. That's where they are. They're 11th in the league, allowing touchdowns 50% of the time. Brian Cook, Snead had picks. The number 2 scoring defense. And they got Omenahu back for a 6-game suspension for violating the personal conduct policy. So he had a sack in the first half, and then he tipped the pass that Snead picked off. Now, Nick Bolton dislocated his wrist, so he'll be out probably until the end of the regular season. Broncos coming off a big 19-17 win at home over the Packers. Peyton gets his first win at home in 4 tries, snaps the Broncos streak of losing 10 straight games in which they had the lead at halftime. That's nuts. Russell Wilson, 20-29, 194 yards, touchdown. Cortland Sutton caught 6 for 76 and a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy caught 5 for 64. Javonte Williams ran 15 times for 82 yards, caught 3 for 14. I mean, the Packers are just so bad against the run. But they were just 1 of 4 in the red zone, which has actually been an area where they've been good. They're 11th in red zone, scoring 57.9% of opportunities. The defense has been so much better in recent weeks. I mean, they still rank last in yards and points allowed, but they're better than those numbers indicate. They're 19th in red zone defense, 16th in third down defense. That's a lot better than last and last. They did not get much pressure on the quarterback, though. 0 sacks, 3 quarterback hits, and PJ Locke had a pick. He came in for Kareem Jackson, who was ejected for the illegal hit and has subsequently been suspended for 4 games for the multiple illegal hits. Look, I'm interested in the Broncos. I think it's just every week I'm interested in them. Take it away for us here, Troy. Chiefs, Broncos.
Yep, I backed the Broncos last time in Arrowhead, and I missed by the hooker. But I'm back on the Broncos +8 in this spot. And I've lost money fading this Chiefs team. I'll say it to you right now. They've covered 5 out of the last 6, which really wasn't their MO in the past years. And I feel like at some point that's got to come back a little bit, at least a little bit. Nothing can go up straight forever, right? But I just feel like this is just the range at home where home teams cover. And if you look at Pinnacle, when lines close at 7.5 to 8, past few years, it's been a very profitable home dog. And I still am struggling to think that this Chiefs team is exactly who they've been in the past. Some of these metrics I see, Mahomes' lowest ADOT of his career, lowest big-time throw rate of his career, highest turnover-worthy play rate of his career. Although it be very small, it's still much elevated over where it has been historically. And this is just one of the worst offensive lines I think the Kansas City Chiefs had in quite some time. And people are super high on this Chiefs defense, but I think that they're more of a middle of the pack than an elite caliber type of defense. And the Chiefs had the Dolphins on deck, which I think they could be looking forward to some extent. Whereas the Broncos, I mean, they came off their second win of the season, and I definitely not in convincing fashion. But has the Broncos defense got better? I think the numbers suggest that the Broncos defense has gotten progressively better each week, but they still can't stop the run. Luckily, the Chiefs can't run the ball. I think that 8 points is a reasonable spread to take, and I think we have a little bit of an edge with backing the Broncos in this spot. So I have the +8.
Yeah, it makes sense. And that Dolphins-Chiefs game is in Frankfurt. So the Chiefs are about to head over to Germany. Yeah, I like it too, man. I kind of like it too. Cold weather, Denver. The Chiefs defense is so good. Makes me also interested in this total, but I mean, clear move towards the over is uncomforting. I'm interested in that under. I'm not going to get in the way of this market move at this point here. But 46 to 46.5. Ron Crawford likes KC first half, Broncos full game. Skydragon says the thing is Denver, even if they could stop the run, would let KC run the ball a million times anyway. Yeah, I'm interested. And yeah, Mac Beavers, that's the Germany game. I'm interested in the Broncos +8 -112 that you are on. Very, very interested. Makes sense here. All right, let's move on.